Okay, so here's your run from Saturday with Misty.
I'm a big fan of the 8 movies. As you know, Planet of the Apes came out.
This all looks pretty good.
They do not write well for female apes. They don't write well for female apes because all the female apes in the latest movie are destined to be teachers, housewives, and
I didn't really like that rear cross at that jump because it's just too abrupt. Like you're sending her to the jump and then cutting behind her at the last minute, and I don't really like that. Some more trouble with the weaves here. I don't really know what's going on there. Both your dogs seem to have a little trouble in the weaves.
They treat female apes. If you had a female ape daughter, you wouldn't let her see it. Because they treat them like it's the 50s. They treat them like it's the 50s. There's no role models in that movie for women. There are no... You're the only person worked up about this. You're the only person that has walked out of the Planet of the Apes movie like...
So this part looks fine. I remember that beginning and a rear cross into the tunnel was definitely a good way to do that part. I don't like here, I think with Missy and probably Greedle too, you should do front crosses when they're easy to do. So when the dog's in a tunnel, when the dog's on a contact, when the dog is in the weave poles, just because it helps you stay ahead. Because here you're almost stopped and slowed down, so you could have sort of raced ahead just a little bit, gotten a few strides ahead of her, and done a front cross at the bottom of the teeter. And what I don't like about your rear cross is, do you see how sudden your lateral motion to the left was? So you're forward, 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 and then you make this abrupt change of direction. And my guess is, we can't see it on the video, but my guess is you're doing that abrupt change of direction when your dog is lifting off and is in the air. So that means you're not cueing that dog's turn at all, because once they're in the air, they can't do anything about their jumping effort or where they land or how they're in the air or anything. And then also the rear cross here sort of puts you behind a little bit to get that dog driving to the table. So, and we all, see how you sort of decelerate to the table? We all, as handlers, sort of decelerate to the table without even thinking about it, because we know we're going to come to a stop. So I don't know if the table is normally an issue with her or not, but if it sometimes is an issue, then you need to plan in your walkthrough that you're going to drive all the way to the table. And doing a front cross at the bottom of the teeter would have helped you drive around this path and sort of, maybe you even have to go, past the table a little bit so that you're not really showing deceleration as she's approaching it. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about how she runs, but you definitely were decelerating and she just stopped.
In theaters tomorrow. It went up to the cloud. Hello. It's about a guy named Jay who met his sweetheart,
I think that part was pretty good.
15 years later. Hey, we should have sex sometime soon. Good, me too.
Maybe Thursday.
Nope, let me back it up.
Who really love one another.
I think it was pretty good.
They try at it. They try to make it work.
You pretty much front crossed on the flat, but I think that was fine in that particular case. She didn't know that there was a turn coming, that jump before, but I remember the course and I think that it was fine. I think you're cueing the weaves fine. You're sort of pointed in the right direction. You're not decelerating. So I think the weaves is probably just a training issue.
What the hell is going on? They live in sort of an analog
And here,
trying to understand.
You know the cloud?
So it looks like she went and took an off-course jump there. So
constant issue of having deleted something that you thought was gone.
Okay, so here she's lifting off,
These things just go places, you know?
Who wants to have some
and here she's the stride before she lifts off. So the stride before she lifts off is the last chance she has to change her jumping effort over this jump. And you are running forward, your shoulders are forward, you don't have an outside arm up, your shoulders are not turned into her, so you're basically not cueing a turn here at all. So you can see how forward you are. You're not really cueing that she has to turn to go to the A-frame whatsoever. Here you change your direction, but look, your dog is already over the bar. So by the time you kind of start to move left, your dog's over the bar. And because you're still sort of moving in this general direction, she's just going to keep going forward. So on this corner here, from this double to the single to the A-frame, you just needed to move to the left sooner before she got to this non-winged jump. Or maybe say her name. Maybe you did say her name. I don't know. You just didn't cue the turn, and that's why she went forward.
Did you jiggle it? Stained carpet and bathrooms. Tethered to the wall. Oh, come on.
And the end is good.
Denied the freedom to enjoy even the most basic things, like grabbing a drink or sharing a laugh with your coworkers.